Hey, Candace here. Welcome to lesson 6 in module 1. Hey, Candace here. Welcome to lesson number 6 in module 1. The first part of module 1 anyway. Watch your thinking. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about the power of practice. And before we get into that, I just want to say excellent work up to this point. You're doing a fantastic job. Okay, so I've said it before and I'll say it again and probably again and again before this program is over. Improving our lives requires committed action. Improving our lives requires committed action. That often means learning new skills or working on old ones. And if we want to become skillful at anything, we need to practice. We can't develop good diffusion skills without practice. Your mind, unfortunately, isn't going to suddenly transform into your own personal cheerleader or motivational guru. It's going to keep on telling you multiple versions of the I can't do it story. So, are you willing to practice the diffusion techniques we went over in this module? What I'm asking you to do is actually pretty simple. The moment you notice you've been hooked by an unworkable thought, acknowledge it. Silently say to yourself, just got hooked. Then, replay the thought using any diffusion technique you like. Any of the ones that we've gone over. Alright, so the moment you notice you've been hooked by a thought that isn't going to be helpful to you, is not going to help you be the person you want to be or create the life you want to create, first acknowledge it. Silently say to yourself, just got hooked. Then replay the thought using any diffusion technique you like. And keep in mind that these techniques are like training wheels on a bicycle. You won't have to go for the rest of your life singing your thoughts or thinking your mind. This is just a convenient place to start. It's a good starting place. It's going to create a foundation for you so that diffusion becomes automatic. It just becomes second nature to you, something that you just do automatically. Now, I invite you to look at this like an experiment, letting go of any expectations you may have and bringing an attitude of genuine curiosity to your experience. Notice what happens or what doesn't happen. Don't expect any miraculous overnight changes. And if you do notice high expectations popping up, then gently unhook yourself. For example, you might say, I'm having the thought that this should magically solve all my problems. At times, you may be hooked for hours before you even realize it. Worrying, ruminating, overanalyzing, or stressing out, no problem. The moment you realize you're hooked, gently acknowledge it, then replay the thought that's hooking you with the most effective diffusion technique for you, right? Your diffusion technique of choice. So, are you willing to give it a go? Just pause for a few seconds right now, and again notice what your mind is saying. Are you willing to give it a go? I recommend you use these techniques at least 5 times per day to begin with. At least 5 times daily. The more often, the better. The good news is you'll have plenty of material to practice with because, as we've talked about, our minds are never short of words. Start practicing right away. Take action right away. That is what this upcoming week is for. Practice diffusion in your daily life. Okay, so I look forward to hearing about your experience. Are you willing to give it a go? In part 2 of this module, which you'll have access to next week, we'll catch up on how your experience went practicing diffusion, and we'll troubleshoot any obstacles that might have gotten in your way. So good luck over the next coming week. Again, like I said, I look forward to hearing about your experience.